Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay and this is Alltingzkay, and I want to thank you so much for joining me on another video. Well guys, it is January 2024. Happy New Year to everyone. I am so glad that you came back to join me for another video. So in this video, I wanted to do like a chit chat, get ready with me. It's a new year. We all have those New Year's resolutions, plans, and things we hope to accomplish in a year. So I just kind of wanted to play in makeup and chit chat. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned and keep watching. Okay, so I zoomed you guys in, already done my brows. I might not mention all the products that I'm using, so they will definitely be in the description section down below in the video. So let's just jump in and start doing our makeup and chatting about the new year. So first thing, I have my brows done, my eyeshadow base is on, and I'm gonna use the Pat McGrath. This is the Sunlit Seduction Mothership 11. That was their newest palette that came out last year. And what I wanna really talk about is things that I hope to not be purchasing in 2024. I really want to shop my stash a lot and do a lot more shop my stash and play with the stuff that are in my collection. But I love makeup, so kind of hard for me to not buy new makeup, but I'm gonna try. And then I decided that maybe there's certain categories where I do not need to buy anything from that category, and then other categories I can limit the amount of things that I buy. So let me just grab a blending brush and start applying one of these shades. So I'm gonna go into this shade here as my crease color and just start building up the crease. I'm using my Sonia G Blender Pro. Just gonna start building that up. Yeah, so I've been seeing a lot of videos. A lot of people are, especially in the beauty community, are shopping their stash or trying to limit the amount of things that they purchase, especially makeup wise, because you know, makeup doesn't last forever. And we definitely, if you love makeup and you have a beauty collection, you know a lot of the stuff that you have are probably expired, but you know, they still work and we still use them. So my main goal is to limit certain things that I don't need. And some of those things that are on my you don't need to purchase list for 2024 are foundations. I have a lot of foundations. I've had to declutter some that have expired, and that really hurt because you know, you spend money for those foundations. So that is one of the things that I really do not need to purchase in 2024. Now you guys are going to see a new foundation that I purchased at the end of December from Sephora. It's the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation, the liquid form, because it was marked down to 50% off. And then Sephora had 20% off sale, so I got another 20% off of it. So I purchased that one at the end of December. So you will see that in a video, but as of purchasing any more foundations, I don't think I need to. I don't want to. Can I stick to that? I'm really hoping to. I feel like that's one of the easiest categories for me to stick to. I did purchase a few foundations last year, and I didn't use them that much. So I really need to get into that. And if you aren't aware, little life update here. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you wouldn't know that I had a baby in January of 2023, and he's about to be 1. I cannot believe that year flew by like that. So for the first couple of months in 2023, I was in mom mode, like no sleep, having this little person totally dependent on me. My baby before that, my middle child, was 16, turned 16 in 2023. So she was 15 and a half when he was born. So I have been out of the game for a minute with a newborn, okay? So it took a bit, and I would say the first 5 months, I don't think I put on any makeup. Yeah, the first 5 months of 2023 with a newborn, I don't think I put on any makeup. Now, that doesn't mean I wasn't buying any makeup. And I felt like I bought a lot more at the end of 2023 because yes, I was getting back into going out, putting on makeup. So I'm gonna go into the deepest shade in this palette, which is this one here. I'm gonna deepen up the outer V. And actually, I really like this palette. Yes, it's not as unique for Pat McGrath, but it's still pretty. I'm not even gonna lie, it's still pretty. What I do not need to purchase in 2024 is concealers. I purchased, I think, 2 concealers in 2023. I think it was just the Haus Labs and the Huda Beauty concealer. I really don't want to purchase anymore because I still have concealers that I'm working through that I need to get through, and I don't need to purchase any. However, if I'm gonna be honest with you, there are 2 concealers that I do have on my wish list, which is the Natasha Denona concealer and the Urban Decay Quickie concealer. I really want to try those, but I don't need to. So my goal is if I finish 2 concealers, which I should be able to, then I can purchase those 2 to try. So I don't think there's any face products like foundations that I really wanted to try. There were some skin tints that I did think I want to try, which was the Danessa Myricks one and the, what's the other one everyone's raving about? And that's another thing too. When you watch everyone's year-end favorites, you're like, I want to try that, I want to try that, I want to try that. I mean, it is what it is. And I love watching everyone's end of year favorites. They're so fun. And there's a lot of things that a lot of people really like, a lot of the same products. So I think the only 2 face products that I really wanted to give a try was the Danessa Myricks skin tint and the Hourglass. I heard a lot of good things about the Hourglass skin tint. Again, I don't need to purchase it, and I'm hoping I don't, but yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna go into this shade right here, that red shade. I've always wanted to put that all over the lid, so I'm gonna go in with my finger and put that all over the lid. This is such a beautiful shade. It's more of a more textured shade. It's more crumbly, I should say, than the other ones, but I'm going to put it all over my lid. Just like that. It's so pretty. Okay, so we went through foundation and we went through concealers. Face powders. I do not need any face powders. I don't need any setting powders. I don't need any all over finishing powders. I don't need any powder foundations. I don't need any of that. I think I did buy one. I think I bought one powder foundation this year. It was the Fenty powder foundation, and I used that as an all over setting powder, and I bought it in a summer shade. But I have enough powders, and I don't even think I'm gonna finish my powders in this year, 2024. I don't even think I'm gonna finish any of them there, so we don't need any more powders. I'm gonna go in with my Builder 2 by Sonia G and just kind of buff out the edges of that shade, just like that. And then I'm gonna add some more with the brush, just to get in the areas where my finger couldn't get into. Next thing I don't need, bronzers. You know we have a lot of bronzers. We ain't need no more bronzers. I do not need any more bronzers in 2024. I've never panned a bronzer. Never panned a bronzer. Why am I buying more bronzers? But they're so pretty. But I think that's probably the face powders and bronzers are probably the easiest things for me to not purchase. I did purchase one bronzer in 2023, and that was a Pat McGrath one. But we've been waiting for bronzers from Pat McGrath for forever. So yeah, I did purchase that one. Now, this one I really don't need, But this is one of the harder categories, and I'm going to try my best not to buy any more of these, and it's highlighters. I have a whole, listen, I do not need any more highlighters. I am not buying any more highlighters in 2024. 2024 is just going to be one of those years where I just don't look at the highlighter releases because I love highlighters. So yeah, I need to really have some discipline when it comes to that. Another thing I don't need is lip liners. Unless I finish one of my lip liners, I don't need any lip liners. I have enough lip liners. I have multiple colors of lip liners. I don't need any lip liners and eyeliners. The only thing I may purchase in that category is a liquid eyeliner. I may need to repurchase. And as a matter of fact, I think I even have a backup of one. So we don't need to purchase any of that. Now what I want to do is add some sparkle. So I'm thinking either this one here or this shade here for the inner corner and blend it into the red shade. I think that will look really pretty. I may go with this shade here. I think that one will look really pretty. I'm going to use her wand here and just dab it over this area here, which is where I kind of want to bring it up on. I'm going to go into that shade. And that right there is why I love Pat McGrath. Oh, look how sparkly that is. I'm gonna do that on the other eye. Now I'm gonna go back into that red shade that we put down on the lid first and just blend it in with this shade because I don't want to lose too much of that shade. Now I'm gonna go off camera and do some blending back and forth and deepen up this a bit more and just blend it together, and then we'll come back and continue our conversation. Okay, I am back. Here is the final eye look so far. It is stunning and blingy and just everything that Pat McGrath is. And I put on some Sephora lashes in the style Swanky. And that's the completed eye look so far. So let's move on to the face. All right, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Pro Filt'R Hydrating Primer, which is almost done. I'm going through my face primers a lot, so that's another thing that I really don't need to buy in 2024 unless I completely finish the primers and I wanna restock on it. But because I have a few primers, even if I finish this one, which is almost done, I shouldn't need to buy any primers, whether eyeshadow or face primers. I don't need. That's on the you don't need to buy in 2024. Now let's move into stuff that I need to limit in 2024, stuff that's hard for me not to buy. And the first thing I have to say is blush. Your girl loves a blush, okay? She loves a blush. Let me shake up this foundation here and grab a foundation brush. I'm going to use the Sonia G Jumbo Base, and I'm going to go in with the Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation, and I have the shade 415 Medium Deep Cool. I don't know if I love this foundation. Anyhow, back to blushes. Blushes are my weak point. I love a blush. Foundation. I can see the coolness. It's very pink on me. I can see it in the mirror. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera. And with this foundation, definitely less is more. That's why I put it like on the back of my hand and dab it out first before I go in with it on the face. Like I was saying, again, blush. I bought a lot of blush in 2023 and I own a lot of blush. Like last year I bought a Gucci blush, the NARS blush palette, the Hourglass blush palette. I bought the Haus Labs blushes. What am I forgetting? The Nessa Myricks blushes. I mean, Blush, I love blush. When people say they don't wear blush, I'm like, on purpose? Did you forget, or is this on purpose? You know what I mean? Because blush is such a necessary, to me, is a necessary makeup product. It just brings life back to your face, and I just want all the blush formulas. And I do have a couple on my wish list right now. I still haven't tried the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. I don't know, something about a liquid blush just doesn't appeal to me, but the colors are so nice and everyone raves about them. I definitely want to try, hopefully this year, purchase one of the Valentino blushes. Those look good. Those look really good. So I'm hoping to purchase one of those. I will have to see what Hourglass comes out with next holiday. I'm trying not to purchase any more of those palettes because now I have 3 of them and I really don't need any more of them. Oh, RMS. RMS blushes have been on my wish list for a long time. That category I have to limit. I don't really want to buy a lot of blushes in 2024. So that's a limit your purchases, Kay. Limit your purchases with that. Next category, eyeshadow palettes. I did good for eyeshadow palettes this year. I bought a few. Would I say I bought about 5? No, more than 5, because I bought the Alltingzkay Christmas palettes. I bought the Pat McGrath one. I bought the Huda Beauty one. There's a Natasha Denona one that I always wanted. I think that's the Dream palette I bought. And I think I bought a Huda Beauty, 2 Huda palettes. I bought one of her older ones earlier in the year, the Naughty Nudes. And I'm thinking that's it. So I bought about 6 palettes. If I'm counting correctly, I think I bought about 6 palettes. Don't hold me to that because I could be forgetting some. But I would like to buy less this year if I can. Hoping. I definitely know that the Mothership I'll probably buy. I'm using the Haus Labs concealer, and the shade I have is 34 medium golden. So I definitely know that the Mothership, whatever she comes out with next year, I'll probably buy, but I won't buy it on release because Pat McGrath has sales. And if you haven't learned by now, buy Pat McGrath when it's on sale. Okay, just buy Pat McGrath when it's on sale. And then I don't know. I have to see what the releases are. Natasha Denona, I'm tempted to buy the Xenon palette, but I know I don't like grays on me, and that palette is every tone of gray and silver. I like silver on me, but not gray. But everyone who has that palette loves that palette, and it was such a surprise to everyone how much they enjoy that palette. So the Xenon palette is still on my radar. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but it's still on my radar. And then the Pat McGrath releases, I gotta pick and choose wisely with those because I do love Pat McGrath. She is pretty much my favorite eyeshadow brand. Indie wise, I don't think I'm gonna be getting much indie shadows. Next, lip products. Oh, your girl loves lip products. This year I bought lip products. I bought some of the Dior lipsticks, lip shines, and now I bought one of those YSL candy glazes, and I want more of those. I love the Tarte lip products, the Maracuja Juicy lips. Those are really nice. I'm trying not to buy any more of those because I have a few of those. I really don't need them. And then lip glosses. Oh, I love lip glosses. Lip oils is another thing. Right here I have my Clarins lip oil. I might purchase another one of these because as you can see, this one is like half done. So lip products is gonna be another problem for me that I really need to tone it down on and limit. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna buy any lip products. I just gotta limit how much lip products I buy. Now, shifting from makeup, let's go to skincare. I love skincare. And I feel that this year I really focused on skincare and I bought a lot of skincare stuff, but I need to use a lot of my things before I purchase, especially moisturizers. I went heavy on moisturizers. I have at least 4 backup moisturizers. Serums, I have 2 backup serums from different brands. So skincare is buy as needed. Once I finish something, buy them. You know, cleansers and all of that stuff, you know, you need those things. So those things I will still be purchasing, but I will be paying attention to how much backups I have and I won't go overboard. That is the plan for 2024. Body care as needed. I'm not really huge on buying a ton of body care. I usually buy that as needed. It's not like my makeup. I'm excessive with that. And then hair care. I think I'm okay with that too. I buy as I need. Once I finish something, I buy that. So those are not really issues for me. Now, fragrances. Y'all. Fragrances. Okay, I'm going to go into this KVD. This is their liquid contour and I have it in medium cool. And it's a liquid contour gel. And I'm just going to use this to contour here. And then I'll go in with a bronzer after. Yeah, fragrances. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you with fragrances. I want to say I'm going to limit fragrances, but I don't know what to tell you. I plan on picking up a few of them. And any of these sales, the 20% off sale, like Sephora had that 20% off sale over the holiday after the VIB sale, and I bought 3 fragrances. So fragrances is kind of like blushes for me. I just want them all. I want what I want, and they keep coming out with new ones and they're really smelling nice. So fragrances is another spot where I really got to pay attention. I do have other things I want to do this year for sure. I haven't traveled since 2019. 2019 was my last vacation, and then, you know, the world shut down in 2020. 2021 was iffy. 2022, you know, I was planning on traveling, but then I got pregnant, had a baby in 2023. And here we are. So I would like to travel this year in 2024. Yeah, so I have things that I want to do. So the whole makeup thing is should not be a priority. But when you love something, when you're passionate about something like I am about makeup, and I just love testing new things and trying other things out, it's just so hard. It's like, that is my joy. You know, people have other things that they love, but I love the makeup. I love trying new products. So that's that contour. I feel like I need more on this side here, back here. This is a really nice contour gel, and I have cream contours, but I think, is this the only liquid contour I have? No, I have the Charlotte Tilbury one. Now I'm going to use the Givenchy powder and set under my eyes. You guys have seen me do this, so I'm just going to speed through this part. So let's go into bronzer. And I think I'm going to use my Hourglass palette here, and I'm going to go into this bronzer here. And I'm going to use my Sephora Pro Flawless Airbrush 56. And just set that liquid gel contour there. I really love this palette. This palette, this is the customized one. This is palette number 3 in the leopard packaging. Love it. It is just a beautiful, beautiful palette. So what do you guys have planned for 2024? What do you guys hope to accomplish? Especially if you're in the beauty space and you have a lot of makeup. What are your plans? How are you planning on navigating all these releases that are happening? I mean, these companies are out here for our money. They keep releasing stuff and we keep buying them because, you know, consumerism. But yeah, I love the things that are in my collection and I really want to get use out of them. Okay, I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Pro Matte Powder Foundation. I'm just gonna use it to lightly set the rest of my face here. And I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 103 and just set my face. I love using a foundation powder to set my face. It just gives such a flawless finish. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera, finish the lower part of my eye, and then we'll come back and finish the rest of the face. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this Danessa blush in the Yummy Skin It Girl blush on first, and then I'm gonna go in with one of the blushes in my Hourglass palette. I'm gonna use this one from Morphe. This is the E4. And I'm gonna go into the Danessa blush here. And I do like the texture of this blush. And I hope I wasn't all over the place with this. I'm just trying to put a mental note for myself that, you know, slow down on the makeup purchases because I'm not going through everything before it expires and decluttering, and you know, it's just a lot. But again, you get caught up in it, like I got caught up in it, and you want to try the new and you want other things to add to your collection. And makeup is so good nowadays. There's so much good products out there that you get caught up in it. So I'm trying not to get as caught up in it this year. I like to bring blush up here. Now I see that's the new trend and I like it. And the highlighter, I'm just going to use the one in this palette also, this shade here. This is the highlighter right there. I'm going to use the Sephora Pro 98 highlighter brush. Put that right here. Ooh, that's a lot. This is the strobe light, which is really pigmented. I don't really like this shape of a highlighter brush. I prefer the fan brushes. I think both of mine are dirty. Oh, that's another thing, brushes. I didn't get much brushes this year. I don't think I got any brushes this year. And I have 3 brands that are on my list for 2024. I didn't get any brushes last year, I should say, 2023. But there's 3 brands that I want to try in 2024, which I'm going to try them. Like, they've been on my list all of 2023 and I didn't get them. So 2024, I'm going to get just those brands, and I think that's it. I'm just going to buff the face with the Radiant. This is the Radiant Light. Is it Radiant? Yeah, Radiant Light. Look at the mess on my desk. This is the Radiant Light powder. I'm just going to use a brush and buff that all over the face. All right, so let's get into the lips and then wrap this video up because I feel like I've been chatting a lot. I think you guys get the point. I'm trying not to buy as much makeup in this year, so yeah. So I'm gonna go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat, and this is in the shade Foxy Brown. I'm actually using a lot of this one. It's a lot smaller, so that makes me happy. And then I'm going to go in with the Tarte Maracuja Lip Cream in the shade Fig. This is a beautiful formula. And I think that's it. Do I want a little bit more shine? I do have the Maracuja lip, juicy lip in the same color, just to add a little more shine. Yes, perfect. All right, let me go do my hair and get dressed, and then we'll wrap up this video. All right guys, so here is the final look, and I love it. The only thing that I would say I'm not in love with is the Haus Labs foundation. I've worn it a couple times and it's kind of like, eh. It's okay. The undertone is a little off, but it'll probably be a mixer. One thing I can say about it is it's not creasing in my forehead lines. That's always a plus. So the formula is good. I'm probably going to mix this with other foundations. This is going to be a mixer for me. I can make it work, but I still think I need another shade. But since I'm not in love with this foundation, I am buying another shade. I'm just going to make this one work. Everything else I love. Even though the Pat McGrath palette is same old, you know, her pinky tones, they still make beautiful looks. The Mothership still make beautiful looks. I love this look on my eye. I've done a couple looks. They kind of come out looking the same, but I love it. They just make me feel pretty, and I have to give it to Mother no matter what. Everything else, I love the Tarte lip products. These were a love from 2023 for sure. I fell in love with these. I love my Hourglass palette. You guys are going to be tired of me talking about it, but I'm using my stuff though. At least you guys see that I'm actually using the stuff that I'm buying. And yeah, so I hope I didn't ramble too much throughout the video. All I'm trying to say is I need to slow down and enjoy my makeup collection and try not to get caught up in the hype of all the new and all the pretty stuff and lose my damn mind. That's all I'm trying to say. And actually, yeah, really enjoy my collection. That's all I want to do, is really enjoy my collection. And I'm probably going to come back to this video at the end of 2024 and see how I did. we're gonna do a follow-up and see how I did. So that's why I wanted to do this at the beginning of the year. I want to see if I break any of my rules, if I pick up a powder, if I bought a foundation. You know what I mean? It is what it is if I do that, but you know, you guys can, you know, scold me at the end of the year if I break any of those rules. All right, so that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please sound off down in the comment section. What are your plans for 2024? If you're a beauty addict like myself, what are you planning on doing with your collection? Let me know what you guys want to see. I kind of want to start to do some shop my stash videos, and you guys probably can't see behind me, but I do have my Alex drawers here, and I cleaned out the top 2 drawers because I want to rotate through my collection. So I'm probably going to rotate through it every month. So I want to put the stuff that I'm going to use for that month in there, and then we can discuss it, and the videos I do will be around that. You know, see if I still love some of the stuff. We're just going to play with our collection. That's all I'm going to say. And yeah, so again, Happy New Year. Thank you guys for joining me on another video, and until next time, bye guys.